appreciative of your attendance today. And I'm going to move through this as quickly as I can, but it's in big font, so it'll go quickly. But well, I've spent 40 years serving Arlington. I've been working for my family. And when it comes to my family, I'm a very blessed man. I want to thank my wife Ginger for everything, essentially. She's been there for me all along the road, supporting me, keeping my family moving forward as we tackle the most incredible things together. Not only is she a beautiful, loving wife and a great mother and an awesome Gigi to our grandchildren, she's the most thoughtful and charitable person I know. She started working in Mission Arlington during Hurricane Katrina when I was leading the Katrina operation. She wanted to do something and contribute, and she started working for Miss Tilly by answering the phone. She's been doing that for nearly 18 years. She worked with me at the COVID vaccination site just down the hall here, and she's an amazing, amazing woman, and I love her. Our kids, pretty special too. They're public servants in their own right. I've got a firefighter, 2 nurses, and an assistant school principal with us here today. So you can imagine what our family dinners are like. You know, a bunch of public servants get together, and we're all type A opinion people. So it's very interesting, and I love it. Kids are married really special, incredible people. Ginger and I consider our extra sons and daughter. And they've done their job. They've given us really amazing grandchildren that, you know, if there's a pot at the end of the rainbow, it's your grandchildren. And I'm very blessed. We're very blessed. We have 8 grandkids, going to 9 in October. And I think that's going to make my retirement really, really, truly fulfilling. My wife's always telling me, you know, the high and low times, you're doing your great job. Sometimes she was right, sometimes I was like, oh. But Mayor Williams, American Dream City, I have lived the American Dream. I'm a son of Arlington, son of East Arlington, and I couldn't imagine a greater life or career. My approach to fire chief is a little different than your traditional fire chief. I'm more of a citizen advocate. I'm a change agent. I tell my own team quite often that change is coming and it isn't carried out our traditions. And in a very traditional steep organizations of fire services, change is tough, but change doesn't carry. So in my career as chief, a lot of change has come, like the Dallas Cowboys came to Arlington, gas wells, expanding the airport, growing need for homeland security. We've got 14 bomb dogs in the fire department. Didn't have that when we started here. But our world has changed. Excessive EMS demand, hurricanes, aging fire stations. Our community has granted us the support to rebuild our fire stations and add another fire station, Station 18. And I couldn't be more thankful of the experience I've lived through. I also believe that as a different kind of chief, that government should be cost effective. We spend taxpayer dollars. As an East Arlington kid, I know the value of a dollar. And so I believe that we should be good stewards of public funds and the public's trust and operate in an ethical, moral manner. And I think Trey also represents that. And you know, it's been a privilege to work for somebody who believes in that too. And I think that's good for our community. And I also want to say that, you know, my organization is a good-will organization. We're a principle-driven organization. We have 4 principles: being prepared for duty, ready to respond in moments of notice, certainly, to serve with honor, to be an organization of integrity, to respond with compassion, where often at times we're the only outstretched hand for people in a desperate situation. We want to be human. We want to be compassionate. And then lastly, our last value is excellence. I think I work for, lead, I've been a part of the most excellent fire department in Texas, not the nation. We've done amazing things together, and I couldn't be more proud of what we've done in these last 13 years. I've enjoyed partnerships, because being a good steward of public funds means investing in partnerships, and this community is different than every other community in North Texas. We're a big city, but we're a small town community. We know our leaders, and we know our partners, and we are connected personally, and we can make things happen quickly because we're not this overwhelming bureaucracy. In my time, I've had a partnership with the public-private partnership, the MR, AISD, School Academy, UTA, Cowboys and Rangers, the hospitals of Arlington, certainly through COVID and other things, Tarrant County Public Health, the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, the FBI, ATF, United States Postal Service, Secret Service, and I have a deep appreciation and partnership for our federal, state, and local representatives who help us assert Arlington's interests all along the way. So, partnerships work. We're a community, and leaders should invest in community. And I've been fortunate enough to know a lot of council members personally, a lot of mayors personally, a lot of important state, federal leaders personally, seeking interest in my town, my city. But one of the partners I really want to speak about is Vision Arlington. Tilly, I think everyone knows how special Tilly is to me. The Bergen family, Tilly and her late husband Bob, Jim, and Debbie, Clark, Stephen, Rick, and Allison, Debbie and Tim, and Lauren. They're amazing people. They're my unsung heroes. They're people that give of themselves every day. They don't look for attention. They spread God's love, and they help people. And I hope this community recognizes that, how important they are to this community, what a much bleaker place Arlington would be if Mission Arlington wasn't here. And so, as I lead this organization, I pray for the next chief to connect with Mission Arlington and keep the partnership going, because the fire department's really enjoyed a great partnership with Mission Arlington. From my experience, getting all the way back to Katrina, and it's been a joy in my life to see them work. So, to Trey's point, you've taken all my talking points today, but I'll move through my stuff quickly. A lot has changed in the last 13 years for me as the chief of this organization. And I just want to cite a few things that occurred in those 13 years. We now have a best practice special event model. We're number one in the country, certainly from our public safety model, our APD and AFD safety model, and our partnerships with those stadiums. And we've had interest from around the world, actually, to see how we do business here, because we do it right and keep our community safe. We're the only fire department in North Texas with gas field response capabilities. The AISD Fire Academy is in its 13th year. We graduated over 200 plus kids into the fire service and EMS services. We've given kids a chance, a path to success. It started at San Houston High School, where I went to school, and Peter Revelo, if you're here, Deputy Chief Peter Revelo, was a lieutenant when we started this, and Ginger Colster and Marcelo Cavazos and Jeremy Coma, the superintendents back in the day, helped us put together a technical trade school program that was the basis for the Dan Guyford Center, which was built at Hutchinson Junior High site while I went to junior high. And it's been very successful. And I feel like I'm living in a movie. I've lived in a movie because all the things I've experienced have been surreal. We have two-person lightweight response units, squad units running the city now, 24/7, It's a very cost-effective way of doing business because the EMS reality has changed. Darren Eagerhouse, Stephen Lee, the prevention group, done an amazing job in the EOD mission. Our community paramedic program has been highly successful, keeping people out of the hospital. We do have an armed vehicle at the airport. It took 5 years to convince Trey and others, but it was there. We land 737s out there, folks. We're a big city with big city things in that airport, and I'm glad that we've adjusted. I have an epidemiologist, and we have an epidemiologist, and a nurse at the fire department. And we're in the public health business, but we're kind partnership with Tarrant County Public Health. They're moving into one of our facilities, and we're going to share services to our community that only Tarrant County Public Health can provide. I'm very thankful for the relationship we established during COVID. Our special operations teams, we have them all. They've expanded dramatically, culminating in a rescue at the water treatment plant a few months ago. I couldn't be more proud and honored to be associated with such amazing, brave heroes. And we've raised the staff in the fire department by 19%, 13 years. We've gone from minimum daily staffing 75 to 92. And that's because of council supporting us, city manager supporting us, the community supporting us, and allowing us to grow the organization to meet the need and demand of the city. And I'm very, very thankful for that. I've got a lot of people to thank, and I'm going to move through this quickly. I'm trying, but it's my 13 years of fire chief. I've worked with 3 mayors, 20 plus council members, 2 city managers, 2 superintendents, 3 police chiefs, county administrator, 1 medical director, and 8 amazing assistant fire chiefs that I am privileged to call my brothers. But I'm going to start with the 3 police chiefs because in reality they all just want to be firefighters and they can't help themselves. And I love Chief Bowman. I don't know if he's here tonight, but T, a great leader in our city, good partner for me. But the guy, and Al, you're fantastic, and I love you. Wish I could have known you better. But the guy I'm going to make the most fun of tonight is Will Johnson. And I love Will. In 2008, I was put in charge of the special event model. I had a contact in Washington, D.C. We were going up to see the Cowboys in Washington play. Michael Eichmann was going with me at the time, and Michael Eichmann, the assistant chief in police, got a job at Bryan College Station, and they were sending me a new guy. His name was Will Johnson, and Mike said, "You're getting a new guy, Don, and once you meet him, you'll know." And when I met Will, I knew he was the guy, because Mike called him the guy. We flew up together, and I got interrogated all the way up there. We spent the night at a fire station up in D.C. We spent time at FedEx Field. I remember standing on the 50-yard line. It's snowing. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, folks. Roger Staubach jersey. And I'm standing on the 50-yard line in enemy territory. And Will and I are talking to Milt Aldridge, who's the vice president of NFL security. And it's all just hitting me what we're about to engage in. And all the stuff we could process and put into our own planning documents. We did. Rode on the plane home, was interrogated again by Will. And we built a very amazing special event model for this city. And very, very proud of that. From the superintendent perspective, Jeremy McCall and myself have also like to are your friends. You've helped us make an incredible thing happen. A lot of AIs, a lot of fire academy schools, the high school level, have come and gone in North Texas. We've tried to replicate what we've done here in Arlington. And we're still standing. And we're still producing high quality graduates. I've got a dozen of them in the fire department right now. Some of them are leaders already in our organization. I couldn't be more proud as an Arlington citizen. G.K. Manus, Chandler Merritt, Tarrant County, Judge Lynn Whitway was a great partner through COVID. I learned that people can come together from different perspectives when they're serving the interests of the community. Dr. Cynthia Simmons, she's been my medical director all along the way, public health authority. Her agility and adaptability and the fact that she was ready to put in the extra hours, which is what we do in the fire department, we put in extra hours. She helped us from a leadership perspective that no one can really process properly. And then City Council, there's too many of you to name today. You're amazing people. People don't realize you're actually people of integrity. You care about this place. I know you personally, that's who you are, and I feel really good as a citizen that we're led by people who care about this place. And Arlington's stronger because of this compassion and care for our community. And my 8 assistant chiefs, Alan Cassie's here today. the most forthright, strong guy I know, ever. Honored to be his partner. Brian Riley, the most decent, honorable guy I know. Jim Self, the most intellectually engaging person. Bill McQuarters, the most decent and honorable human being. David Curl, the biggest family man. He's got 14 grandkids. I can't catch up with that. And David Staff, who's the entertainment, tonight's entertainment, along with Brian Doherty somewhere. Brian's here. The most engaging, smart, clever person I've ever been around. Gerald Randall up here is the Arlington's best paramedic. Not only was he the best special event chief in the organization's history, he's a very fine medical officer who understands the nuances of emergency medicine, and it's a privilege to be around. And then lastly, Jonathan Eagles, who is intellectually unbelievable. His passion, his desire, his recall, his multitasking, his hard work, his compassion for others is something that sort of helped relight me a little bit. As old guys like me can get a little jaded, and to see that kind of burning passion and desire for our community, I'm very appreciative of John. Don Coker, lovely brother, thank you for being my chaplain. Thank you for taking care of our flock. Irish, emergency management guy. He's the man who's done a lot of heavy lifting for me. Called, he brought Eman here, his brilliance. Darren and Stephen Lee, I couldn't be more proud of you guys working with me to bring prevention up to the equivalent status of the operations group, convincing this guy the importance of the mission, and bringing credibility and great honor to our organization for what you guys do on a daily basis. You're true heroes. Rhonda, I know you're doing something important. And John and Lupe Tiller, I really care about her. She's an amazing administrator, dispatch, and works way too hard. But she's like me. She runs to work every day. Because when you love to work, you love what you do. It's not work. Lieutenant Jason Adams, you're our Goodwill Ambassador at Large. Your community paramedicine and your willingness to help people in really odd situations is still amazing to me. And Denise, you take care of me like Donna takes care of Trey. Couldn't do anything without you. You're amazing. And Ginger, really appreciate you too. As far as my brothers and sisters and the other directors, it's been my privilege to work beside you. Public Works Key, Code Enforcement Brian, Craig and Water, all the legal folks, HR, Building Department, all of you. It's been a privilege, and I love you all. And then lastly, I want to talk about the mayors real quick, okay? So it's the politics of this. I worked with Bob Clark for a number of years. In 1998, I was the first medical operations chief of the department. Bob Clark was on EPAP, Emergency Efficiency Advisory Board. And then not too long after that, he was the mayor. And I was like, great, the mayor's a doctor, that's great. And then other days, I was like, great, he was a doctor. And you know what I really appreciated about Bob Clark is this: he was fearless and a man of his word. Only Bob Clark could bring the Cowboys here, right? And only Bob Clark would let me say what I really thought. And I would tell him what I thought, and we'd have an exchange of ideas, and we'd come to resolutions on things. And we had great things for that: CPR, Arlington, world record-setting event at the stadium. The Cowboys and Rangers negotiations. I saw the compassion side of the guy during the tornado that West Arlington's hit. I carried him around, saw him get emotionally touched by it. He truly cared about people, and he was always a man of his word. I can rely on that, and he would let me speak freely to him, not always perfectly, and he would do the same with me, and I really admire the transparency and his ability. And Lynn, I don't know if you're here, Lynn, but he loved you. He would bring you up occasionally. You were really a big part of his life. He's a big part of my life. So if Bob Clump could clear a forest and put a stadium in, Jeff Williams could plant a field behind him and make everything grow. And Jeff's done that. Him and Karen, team, amazing team, most positive, energetic man I know. During COVID, we collectively made some really crazy things happen. The first fatality in Texas was in Arlington, COVID fatality. And Mayor Williams was getting a call from the governor while I was getting a call from Chief Kidd. The next day, they were in Arlington in our EOC, bringing the first test kits in the nation from Vice President Pence to test everyone at the Sonic launch, and then the rest is history. We got into the testing business, signed a contract with a lab. We weren't doing this stuff before, folks. And we were testing people, and we were helping nursing homes, and we were partnering with Tarrant County Public Health, and we were telling council we're going to be ready for the vaccine, and we're going to make it happen, and we made it happen. And along the way, we talked to every member of the community we could. Mayor Williams would arrange these meetings with the pastors, and the pastors of Arlington, you've got to stay connected with Arlington. We need you. The business leaders of Arlington, everyone we could talk to, we were keeping you updated on regular meetings set up by the mayor, weekend meetings, Judge Whitley, you name it. We were doing all we could in the interest of our citizens, and we came through for them. And because we were doing it right, the Dallas Cowboys were able to have a season of attendance, 25%. And other things we did here we worked right. We kept businesses open and going, and the city recovered quicker than other cities. We brought the World Series here, the National Flower Rodeo, and the Rose Bowl to Arlington during the COVID experience. I mean, this is a movie, folks. It's a movie. You'll see it sometime. Look at it. It's crazy what we can do when we come together as a community, serve the interests of our citizens. And we vaccinated 240,000 people. And I'll just tell you, during the early stages, people were dying of the Delta variant, not the Omicron. And we were saving lives. And I saw some of my more tenured firefighters were crusty, soften up when they were connected with the folks of Arlington who were afraid and needed us. And I was so proud to be a part of it. Lastly, Mayor Ross, good luck. I wish you well. Amazing things happen here. Keep it going. I think it's important that we keep Arlington in the forefront. We're the city in the middle of North Texas. Being in the middle is the place to be. And keeping us in the middle is good for us because we can come together in the middle. And Mayor, I wish you the best in bringing greater things to Arlington and carrying the torch and making us a greater city. And then lastly, Trey, thank you, brother. It's been an interesting relationship. We are competitive by nature. I'm going to tell a story he doesn't even remember, but he used to work for Bob Bird at one time. And I got sent down, I was a special ops chief or something, down to the health department, or I don't know what space we were in. I was being told to go tell me no on something. You wanted us to do something. I told them, no, we're not doing that. We're the fire department. We're not doing that. And, then I went up working for the guy. And I'm doing it. So, but the reality is, I love Arlington. I'm a son of Arlington. I love you. Take care of my town. Thank you.
eliminate call stations. This is the last call for Fire Chief Don Crowson, ID 2224. Thank you for your 4 years of valued